So before I start saying anything, I'm not a part of the manosphere. I'm not this woke hotep type of dude. I'm not this guy who thinks I know everything and I'm, highly elevated in the mind where I'm this futuristic thinking. I'm not none of that. I'm some regular dude from Baltimore who's lived life and have experiences. And I'm looking at the landscape of society and the entertainment and culture. I'm looking at everything, and it seemed like this shift is something I've been waiting for. And it's a beautiful thing. And I just want to share some thoughts with you from a guy who's, feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm realistic and I'm very accountable. And I just want to share some advice or hopefully share some things from my heart that could possibly help you and whatever you might be dealing with from either your past or something current or something you might deal with in the future. But it's just some things that I learned in my life that I feel like could really help you no matter how old you are. I typically want to help the younger people. I'm 32 years old. I turned 33 this year in August. But I typically want to aim this to the younger people because I care about y'all. I love y'all. I was young. I am kind of still young, but I was young and I made some crazy decisions and I've learned from them. And because of those decisions I made, I'm accountable for every decision I make, moving forward. So, what's up? So when I say I don't care about the manosphere and all that other stuff like that, man, it's like, I get it. I understand what it started off as, and I thought it started off as a very good thing. I thought it started off as a very positive thing, but what I'm learning is it's very performative. The manosphere is very performative. That's why off top, I wanted to let y'all know, I'm not here to make you fall in love with me. I'm not here to, gain all of your attention. I'm not here to prove how great of a person I am. I'm not here to, give you all my accolades and prove to you why you should listen to me. I'm putting this video out because something was on my heart for a long time. And I'm finally seeing that, society is starting to wake up a little bit. I ain't calling y'all woke because I'm not woke. I'm just, I'm paying attention. My eyes are open. So it's like I'm just starting to realize society is really calling out BS for what it is. I'm on a podcast as well, but that's why I shouted out Candace Owens on the podcast. It's like, people like her is what the people who make money and make a living off of the things being fake and phony, they scared of people like her. And I also have people in my life that's kind of scared of dealing with me because I'm going to call out the BS because I've had my BS called out for so long. I've had people who put mirrors up to me and try to, let me know what I'm doing or saying is wrong. And it's like, okay, well, if you're able to do that, you have to also embody what you're pointing out, and that's the message that I like to push out now. I've had very unaccountable moments in my life, very undisciplined moments, very, untrustworthy, unhonest moments in my life where I had to, sit back and be like, damn, I did that shit. I can't blame it on nobody else. I can't say everything that comes out of my mind and my mouth and my heart is somebody else's fault. My actions are somebody else's fault. That's weak. That means I can't control myself. You know what I'm saying? And when I start thinking like that for myself, it makes me think about it for other people. I don't control nobody but me. I don't control anything anybody else says but me. I only control my actions and my words, for real. So when I am able to do that for myself and I start looking back at how easy it was for me to do that, yeah, it takes a little bit of ego and pride swallowing. You gotta pause. You gotta really look at yourself and be like, do I really want to always have this pressure on my own neck that I'm placing on myself to be like, don't say that because that's not right, or don't do that because you did that before, and if you do it again, you're gonna get the same result. It's like, yes, I want to do that because I want to live a good life. I want to be drama free. I don't want nobody being mad at me, hating on me, and they're gonna do that anyway. But I wanted to be from, I'm living my life so well, not perfect, but I'm living my life so well, and I'm trying my best to be as the best person I can be for me and others around me, that it's bothering this person that's just running away from doing that. It's people out here that could choose. They could choose to do the beautiful thing. But what do people say? What's this most famous thing we say now? I chose violence. I choose violence. Why choose violence? Why choose the negativity? You know what I'm saying? It's so many things that happen out here that we see the results of, that we are sympathetic and empathetic of, that when we find ourselves in the same situations, we the first ones to pop up. We the first ones to get smart first. We the first ones to throw shade first. Not understanding that you only control your mouth. You don't control what that person is going to respond to. You don't control how that person is going to respond. And a lot of times, you see the people throwing the rocks and hiding their hands. You can't say whatever you want to a person and then cry and curl up and pardon my French, bitch up when the consequence comes, when the person's reactions comes, because that's what you don't control. You don't control how people react to you. You don't. This is another reason why I see, and shout out to y'all, I see a lot of, the ones that actually woke up and grew up, the gangsters and the street guys that grew up. I talk highly of these guys because these are the guys who were animals and monsters when they were young. You know what I'm saying? These are the guys who you were terrified of when they was 15, 16, 17 years old. Even if you was in your 20s or 30s, you just knew that he or she was about that. Like, you couldn't cross them or come at them no kind of way, because whatever they had going on in their life had them ready to take yours or hurt you or do whatever they had to do to let you know how they was feeling at any given point. And these people, these guys, some of these guys have gotten locked up. Some of these guys have gotten severely hurt, whether it be shot or beat up really bad. But a lot of these guys who eventually turn around and wake up has been through something in their life that teaches them, damn, I never had to be that way. I never had to act like that. I see so many cases of it. Like 50 Cent. I've been a 50 Cent fan since Get Rich or Die Trying. Actually, since Power of the Dollar. I've been a 50 Cent fan for a long time. So to see his story and to see where he's at now, it makes me think, why aren't so many other, these gangsters, these quote unquote gangsters and thugs and steppers not following suit? You all see what happens. You see what the result of living that lifestyle gets you. That's why I can never disrespect y'all. I'll never disrespect y'all guys that live in the street, because I don't have the same experience that y'all have. I didn't grow up the same way you did, and I wasn't put in the same predicaments to make the same, decisions that y'all made. But I could always respect that for some reason you're still here, breathing, and able to make a change, able to do something different. That's why I will forever respect y'all, for real, because y'all stood on what you had to stand on at those moments and did what you had to do in order to still be here. So the fact that you still here, brother, the fact that you still here, sister, that means a lot. That means you've done enough so far, but you can always do more. People always say, I ain't doing enough, I ain't doing. No. If you feel like you didn't do enough, that means you can always do more. So don't say you ain't doing enough. Don't turn it into a negative thing. Say, I need to do more, and I'm going to keep doing more. Find ways to be motivated to do more. Like, positive ways. I would love to talk to young people, that feel like they got to go to the block because the block is the fastest way to get $1. I don't even want to tell nobody how much money y'all make, because I know how much money I used to make and how hard it took me and how hard I had to work. How long it took me and how hard I had to work to get to the point where I am now to make good money, positive money for real. And there's so many things that, no degree. I ain't been to college. I've been to community college, Full Sail University. I've been there too, for real. No degrees though, nothing. But I worked. I told myself that I ain't worth it. Whatever happened in my past is not my fault. You know what I'm saying? I can't. And then whatever did happen in my past, if it's not my fault, cool. But some things are my fault. Some things I did do, some decisions I didn't make that had me in this position. I could be a lot further, or I could be a lot worse off. But thank God I am where I am. And I just wish people thought that way. I wish people had the grace to also think for other people in positive ways. I wish people had the grace to be like, damn, why would I leave this negative, unnecessary ass comment when somebody leaves a comment on my post and it's negative and unnecessary? I'm ready to go off on them. But it be the same people that do the same things to other people. And I'm like, yo, where's the grace? Where's the grace? You remember when you got punched in the mouth? Why you so ready to punch these people in the mouth? And you don't have a gun on you. Why you trying to get so hot with a person who you don't know what they have on you? You know what I'm saying? It be things like that where it's like, why aren't we thinking anymore? I love y'all. Like, I don't care. I don't have to know you. You don't have to do nothing for me to say I love you. You are a human being just like me. I don't care what color you are. You have veins. You have arteries. You have a beating heart. What if you got a organ transplant? We got organs that are similar to each other with the same name of organs. Like, I don't understand what the beef is. I don't understand why nobody can give each other grace. This is the stuff the manosphere not talking about, and it pisses me off because, I love all of y'all, but it's like, that's not the way to do it. I believe in being a man, being strong, you're not going to play with me type stuff, being able to protect myself and my house, my family. But at the same time, I believe in being a nurturer. I believe in being soft. I believe in being able to be like, you know what? Let me calm down. Let me hug you. When I spank my son, I grab him, kiss him on his forehead, sit down and talk to him, and I tell him why I spanked him. It ain't no you just spank your son or discipline your son and you send them off and go think about what you did. No, let's talk. Tell me how you feel. And then after you tell me how you feel, I'm explaining, you know what I'm saying? It's things like that. I was raised like that. So it's like, I just feel like we all deserve the same grace. No matter what your background and your upbringing was. You know, it's not no excuse of how you were brought up to treat somebody a certain way. If you were abused, molested, talked to horribly, you know, abandoned and all that, neglected, that is horrible. That should not have happened to you. But we have a God that for some reason kept you here. You know, we have a God that, you know, allows us the free will to use these things that we go through to be like, hey, this is motivation. I went through all of that and it didn't kill me. I went through all of that and I'm still smart. I went through all of that and I still got a skill. I went through all that and people still love me. I'm still able to hold a conversation. Like, these are the things we need to value. And even with valuing that, you got to be able to say, yo, I went through stuff, so I can't even imagine what you went through because I don't even know your life to these strangers. You got to be able to give people the same grace to be like, you know what? I'm not going to leave this negative comment. Whether it be a celebrity, whether it be a regular old Joe in the street, a janitor in the school, yo, I'm not going to clown this person. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm not going to do that. Because the second that person eventually or somewhere down the line, God forbid, commits suicide or hurts themselves or whatever, goes crazy and spazzes out, you're going to think about what you said. And you're not going to be accountable enough to be like, damn, I had something to do with that. And I just want that to stop. There's so much unnecessary pain being passed around because everybody has trauma, and it's like people having trauma contests. You know, people, you know how they say we having a D-slinging contest? It's like everybody having a trauma contest and trying to see who can hurt who the worst based off of how much trauma they experience in their life. And it's unnecessary. That's unnecessary. The manosphere isn't about, you know, damaging other people's egos and damaging other people's, you know, self-esteem just to prove what you are. I'm a real man because I know I'm a real man. I do real things. I help people. I love people. I treat people very well. I work out. I treat my body well. I go to work, eat every day, come home every day. You know, treat people very well. Nobody hating on me to want to kill me. To me, that's being a man. I can tell anybody I love, a male, female, homeless guy, dirty man, dirty woman. I love you. I don't care about what you got to offer. I love you because you are a breathing human. You always got an opportunity, and I love you for that. Point blank, period. I don't care how you feel today. You can feel differently tomorrow. I don't care what you did 10, 20 years ago. You could be a different person. And you are, because that's how biology works. You are going to be a different person 15, 20 years today. And I love you for that ability. And we could all choose to love each other for those same reasons. But I just don't understand why we don't. It's like we'd rather fight. Do you know how much energy goes into fighting and being disrespectful and mean to each other? That's some BS. Most of the time you feel horrible after you do it. But for some reason, you think because you got a gallery clapping you on or laughing at you because you got a like, that's influencing you to keep damaging somebody? So that as soon as it starts happening to you, now you're looking for the sympathy. Oh my God, you see what's happening? Oh my God. Then you like to use buzzwords. I'm a black man. I'm a black woman. How could you do that? Like, none of that matters. Because everybody has different things that they're dealing with in their life. Somebody else is a black man. Somebody else is a black woman. You got to remember that everything you dish out comes back. No matter if you call it karma, whatever you want to call it. The energy you dish out always comes back to you. And you have to remember when you dish the energy out. You can't just play victim when the energy comes back. You have to remember, damn, I was a dick. Damn, I was a mean person, so I got to expect mean things to come back. Versus if you choose to be a good person, good things come back to you. Okay? Some things happen in life that we can't control, but because you're a good person, you keep your heart strong, you keep your mental strong to be able to be resilient enough to bounce off of any negativity. Whether it be a moment in your life that you wasn't expecting, a death in your life, a sickness, a bill that you can't pay, you're going to be positive and understand that it's a faith out here, and it's a being stronger than you. Whatever you believe in, that's going to come through and help you out, give you the motivation, lift your spirit up, and help you push forward to get whatever you need to get done. But you got to believe that. You can't turn around and make it seem like it's somebody else's fault. You can't turn around and be mean to other people because of what you're going through, what you're dealing with. It's not nobody's fault. It becomes your fault when you start making everybody else feel bad about whatever you're dealing with. That don't make people want to help you. You know, that don't make nobody want to help you. Being mean and evil and nasty and all this and that. Because if you were known for being mean, nasty and all that, when you really need help, when you really need people to come through for you, they're going to remember every time you was mean, nasty and all that. And if that's who you are, then that's basically, they're going to just know, I ain't helping her mean, nasty ass out. I ain't helping his mean, nasty ass out. I ain't doing that. Because you don't exude love and happiness and peace, and you don't exude the ability to help somebody when they down. You exude the ability to kick them while they down, to talk about them while they down, remind them of all the other times when they was down. Forgetting the fact that you're a human, and you had so many times when you yourself was down. You had so many times when you yourself needed help. Yeah, your whole friends list didn't know, but it happened. It was true. But for some reason, this person is going through something similar or have the same type of needs you need or had before. Now it's okay for you to talk about them. Don't worry. I've done it before too, y'all. I've done all that before. But I had to come to a place where it's like, damn, yo, I don't like when it happens to me, so why would I keep doing that? You know, I've done it before it happened to me, and then it happened to me, and it's like, oh, that's what that shit feel like? I'm sorry. Did I go back and apologize to the people that I hurt before I realized it myself? Of course I didn't. Of course I didn't. That's accountability. But I'm going to forever move forward not doing that shit ever again. And I don't want y'all to do it. I can't control y'all. It's just a message that I just wanted to get off of my chest. I got so many more messages coming. I feel like this is what I was put here for. I want to help the younger crowd, the younger people. Like, if you're still watching 15 minutes in, shout out to your attention span. I appreciate it. You know? Share this to somebody you care about. Share this to somebody you care about. I don't care about the whole like, comment, subscribe thing. That would be nice. But I want you to share this with somebody you care about that need to hear some type of message like this. Forget all that manosphere stuff. Forget all that. I love every woman out here. I don't care if you know, like Sukiyana said. Shout out to Sukiyana too. Like, I don't care if you on that selling stuff. I don't care if you on the OnlyFans. Do what you gotta do for you. But love yourself and love everybody around you. Everything don't gotta be negative. Everything don't have to be a negative drama. Let me evoke drama. Let me evoke anger. Let me evoke, like, no. Let's be positive. Let's be cool and happy. I don't understand. You feel good when everything going right? Why you want to be the cause of things going bad? You feel me? And then not be accountable of it when you're the cause of it. Then be ready to cry and complain and, oh my God, help me out. I don't get it. So that's all I want to say, y'all. I'll be back. I'll definitely be back. I'll holler at y'all. Love you. God bless. Share this to somebody you care about and you love that needs to hear this. Preferably somebody younger. Try to keep the cuss words to a minimum. All right. God bless.